Good afternoon, dear students. In today's class, we're gonna study your lesson number 7, synthesis of sentences. So let us begin our class. Synthesis of sentences. So dear students, this particular topic, synthesis of sentences, might be new for you because maximum of you might be maybe studying first time this synthesis of sentences. So let us understand first of all what is this synthesis of sentence, or what does term synthesis mean. Actually, the meaning of this particular word synthesis means to combine, to combine or to join. Okay, combine means what? To joint. Okay, so we got something clue over here. The word synthesis means to combine. So here we are getting a clue that we are learning here something to combine. Okay, so let us see its definition. Let me give the definition of this. Actually, synthesis is a process of, it is a process, a kind of process in which we combine a number of simple sentences into one simple sentence. Means with the number of simple sentences you make it as one new simple sentence. So this is what we learn in the synthesis of sentence. What we learn in the synthesis of sentence? How to make a simple sentence, a new simple sentence with the help of various other simple sentences. Means we need to merge all those simple sentences into one simple sentence. So I hope you understood. So let us see how. Okay, let me give you one example over here. See here one example. Aman finished his homework, then Aman went to play cricket. Okay, see dear students, I have written one sentence over here. Aman, see here, Aman finished his homework, Aman went to play cricket. So here you can see first sentence and second sentence. You can see here two sentences. First is Aman finished his homework, Aman went to play cricket. So if suppose you have to make this two sentence as one simple sentence, okay, what will you do? Exactly, you will follow, you need to study, or especially you need to study in such case. Okay, in such case you need to study the synthesis of sentences. Synthesis of sentences after all teaches you how to combine many or several other simple sentences into one simple sentence. Okay, so now let us see, we will construct now a new simple sentence. Okay, so here are two sentences. See here, Aman finished his homework, Aman went to play cricket. Now let us make one new simple sentence. So see here, Aman finished his homework, then I can use here and he went to play cricket. Now you can see here, Aman finished his homework and he went to play cricket. Now we have constructed a new sentence from the two simple sentences. So this is what we learned in the synthesis of sentences. After all, synthesis is called the process of combining a number of sentences and simple sentences into one simple sentences. Otherwise, let us see one more example. If you did not understand this example, let us see one more example. Okay, example: Ravi has a car, then the car is new. So again you can see here one more example I have given here. Ravi has a car, the car is new. Now let us make these two simple sentences into one new simple sentences with the help of synthesis. Okay, so see here, Ravi has a car, then Ravi has a car. So this will be, Ravi has a new car, a new car. So this is how we made a new simple sentences by combining these two sentences into one. So this is what we learned in the synthesis of sentences. So before you learn the synthesis of sentences, let me tell you one thing. Dear student, it is not fixed that when you combine two simple sentences into one sentence, it is not guaranteed that all the way the new sentences will be a simple sentence. Sometimes it may be a complex sentence, sometimes it may be a compound sentence. Okay, so it becomes very much essential for you, first of all, to understand what is simple sentence, what is complex sentence, and what is compound sentences. Okay, so on the basis of formation, let me tell you one thing. Okay, on the basis of formation and on the basis of structure, sentences have been divided into three parts. Okay, what are those three parts? Three types. Okay, so first is simple sentence. Okay, on the basis of formation I am talking about. Okay, here. Number second, compound, and number third, complex. So these three are the types of sentences on the basis of formation. So let us understand these three sentences one by one. Okay, what is simple sentences, what is complex sentences, and what is compound sentences. Let me erase this portion and let us understand firstly what is simple sentence. Okay, now see first of all what is simple sentence. Okay, what is a simple sentence? Actually, a simple sentence has only one subject. Okay, only one subject and one finite verb. Okay, dear students, one finite verb. Okay, for an example, let me write one example of a simple sentence. Okay, he is writing. Okay, so here you can see in this particular sentence there is one subject, and there is one finite verb. Okay, you can see there is one finite verb. Okay, now let us understand first of all, some of you may be getting confused that what is this finite verb. Okay, let me explain you what is this finite verb. Okay, finite verb is the verb. A finite verb is the verb that we use according to the subject. If subject is singular, according to that we need to use the verb. Okay, for an example, here I have written, you see here, he is writing. If I write here they, okay, they are, okay, they are playing. So here you can see the verb, the finite verb has been used according to the subject. Okay, subject number, subject's number. Okay, so here you can see the subject's number is plural, subject's number is plural, but here you can see the subject's number is singular. Okay, dear students, so according to the numbers of a subject, okay, the verb that we use is called finite verb. I hope you are getting me. Okay, so you can see here, according to the plural subject, plural number of subjects, we have used a finite verb. Okay, so this is what your finite verb. So my motive here is to teach you what is simple sentence. Okay, I taught you in the simple sentence we have only one subject and one finite verb that we saw over here. Okay, then this finite verb, what is this finite verb? The finite verb is that verb which we use according to the number of a subject. I hope it is clear to you all. Okay, now next one, let us see what is this compound sentence. Okay, compound sentence. Okay, let me write down over here, compound sentence. Compound sentence. Okay, dear students, compound sentence is that type of sentence, which is made up of two or more than two. Okay, more than two. I no need to write every definitions over here. Okay, see, two or more, which is made up of two or more principal clause. Okay, and connected with coordinating conjunction. Okay, dear students, connected with coordinating conjunction. Okay, so let us see how two or more than two principal clause. Now what is this principal clause? As you know, we study this in the principal clause, subordinate clause. Okay, so this principal clause is that clause which gives its meaning by its own. Okay, this is fully also known as the independent clause. Okay, because it gives its meaning by its own. So let us see the example of one example of this compound sentence. Okay, look at me, look at here. Ravi is honest, but Vinod is okay, I write here dishonest. Okay, see dear students, firstly let us see what here I already taught you compound sentence is made up of two or more than two principal clause. So you can see here one clause is this one, Ravi is honest. So you can see Ravi is honest, this is your principal clause number one. Okay, next one is Vinod is the dishonest. So this is your principal clause number two. Okay, principal clause number one and principal clause number two. In this sentence you can see two principal clause. Okay, and moreover Ravi is Ravi is honest. It is a meaningful sentence its own. Okay, next one also we know this dishonest, this is also a meaningful sentence in its own. Okay, and what I taught you, compound sentence is made up of two or more than two principal clause, and moreover this will be connected with a coordinating conjunction. Okay, so you can see there a coordinating conjunction that has connected, that has combined both sentences. Okay, are you getting me? Otherwise, let me write one more example. See, same example I will write. Ravi is rich. Okay, in the place of rich I will write Ravi is poor, yet he is contented. Okay. Now see, dear students, over here I have written one here, Ravi is poor. This is your principal clause number 1. Next one is he is contented. This is principal clause number 2. So two principal clause when connected with the coordinating conjunction. Okay, what is your coordinating conjunction over here? You can see very clearly, yet is your coordinating conjunction. Okay, here you can see yet is your coordinating conjunction. Okay, and this sentence has been connected or combined with the help of a coordinating conjunction. Okay, so therefore we see in the complex sentences two or more than two principal clause connected with coordinating conjunction. So I hope you understood what is complex sentence. Now let us see last one. What is this complex sentence? Okay, I will write over here complex sentence. Okay, we are learning a complex sentence. See, dear students, complex sentence has one principal clause. Okay, principal clause. Complex sentence has only one principal clause. Okay, but compound sentence has two or more than two principal clause. Okay, this is what the difference. Here we will have only one principal clause and one or more than one. Okay, or more than one. We will have subordinate clause. Okay, subordinate clause. Okay, subordinate clause. What is this subordinate clause? Subordinate clause means a clause that depends on the principal clause. Okay, in order to fulfill its meaning, in order to make itself a meaningful. Are you getting me? Subordinate clause depends on the principal clause. Why? In order to make itself a meaningful. Okay, let's take one example of this complex sentence. Okay, let me write one example over here. See here, this was the watch that I lost. Okay, so here in this sentence you can see this was the watch. This is a principal clause. Okay, this is a principal clause, and you can see I lost. I lost is your subordinate clause. Okay, this I lost is your subordinate clause. Moreover, I lost has to depend on the principal clause to make itself meaningful. Okay, what I taught you, dear students, complex sentence has only one principal clause, and this will have, okay, this sentence will have more than one means it may have a two subordinate clause. Okay, what is subordinate clause? That I taught you. And let's see here one example. This was the watch that I lost. Okay, that I lost, you can write here yesterday. Okay, anything you can write yesterday. Okay, so this is an example of complex sentence. One more example let me give you. Here I will write, okay, he said that he would pass. So see in this sentence, dear students, he said is your principal clause. Okay, because this is a meaningful sentence in its own. Moreover, it does not have to depend on any other sentences or any other parts of the sentences, okay, to fulfill its meaning. Now you can see he would pass, okay. So this is your subordinate clause, okay. This subordinate clause has to depend on the principal clause, okay. Why it has to depend on the principal clause? In order to make itself a meaningful sentence, okay. So you can see it has one principal clause and it has more than one or one subordinate clause. These are the things that we learn in the simple tenses, compound sentences and complex sentences. I hope you understood what is this SCC, okay. SCC means simple, complex, compound, okay. I have taught you all these things with the help of various examples. So I hope you understood. In the next video, in the next class, we will learn many more about this synthesis of sentences.